Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group YouTube channel. My name is Michael Edward Paranaya. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. We are the fastest growing and highest rated premium online education platform that combines university and professional level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, and individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. There's 9 professional traders with you each and every single day, calling out their trades, providing their analysis, sharing their screens, and answering your questions. If you also were not aware, we were nominated and were a finalist at the Benzinga FinTech Awards show of 2023 for Best Data Analysis Tool. See, the reason for that is because we take the industry's top trading tools and we put them together on our platform at no additional cost to our members. Easily saves you $5,000 to $6,000 a year if you to pay for these tools on your own. That's how much they would cost. It includes things like Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, congressional trading data, insider trading info, the Trading View charting software, trade ideas scanner, unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, so much more. I can get into it later. But when you join True Trading Group, of course, you get our trade alerts, you get all of our courses, but you also get access to those tools. So that's why we were nominated and we're a finalist for Best Data Analysis Tool at True Trading Group. And why should you listen to anything that I talk about on this channel? Glad that you asked. It's because I didn't figure this stuff out by watching YouTube videos, and I sure as hell didn't figure it out by sitting in Discord chats. I began my trading career working for T3 Alpha Fund, my first job out of college right in New York City, where they made me go through a training program before the fund let me touch even $1 of their money. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession, the stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now, fast forward to my co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. Along with my team of 9 professional trading mods, we've helped over 10,000 members from 115 different countries reach their goals. Big day in the markets today. Big day in the markets today. The first day of the Bitcoin ETFs, the spot Bitcoin ETFs, began trading today, some of them. And the results was actually selling pressure coming into the crypto markets today. All right, so I'll just pull up the BITO ETF. You can see a little bit of downside there, and then but really take a look at the crypto names. Coinbase getting smashed today, down 7%. MicroStrategy down 5%. Mara down 12.5%. Riot getting slaughtered, down 15%. So huge selling pressure stepping into these names. And if you guys caught my video that I posted yesterday for you, I kind of warned you guys yesterday about pullbacks in these names and looking for Mara back down to 20. And that's exactly where we got to today. We stopped right at 20.75. So you see you're finding support here right around that $20 level on Mara, which is a very important level I'll talk to you about in a moment. But then you have Coinbase. And Coinbase broke out of a channel that this stock has been in for the last couple of days. Right. So now I want to show you this setup that you guys can see right now. You can all see this, right? You can see resistance, 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 right? Prior to that, it was support. And then down here, support, support, support. Now you broke it. And once you broke it, you can start to see now acting as resistance. So I'll tell you what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is the selling pressure that has come in on the day of the spot Bitcoin ETF. Now, it's also important to note that with a lot of spot ETFs in history, the commodity runs into, I'm not necessarily calling Bitcoin a commodity, but when you have these spot ETFs, which you have in commodities like gold, right? You'll have the commodity itself run up into the ETF. And then once the ETF actually begins trading, it marks the top. It marks a short-term top. It's exactly what happened with gold. When a spot gold ETF was what came out, gold rallied. As soon as the ETF came out, that was the top. That was the near-term top. And then you got a pullback in the price of gold. So you got that price action today when it relates to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, again, giving you that pullback to the downside. We tapped up there around 48K. Now pulling back to the downside. A lot of these crypto names pulling back to the downside with it. Mara, Coinbase, Riot, MicroStrategy, all of them pulling back to the downside. But they're coming into some really, really, really big levels that I want to talk about because I'm not quite sure that you're going to get the same level of sell-off in Bitcoin as you have in other instances of ETFs marking short-term tops. I feel like this move to the downside I don't think it's going to last very long. And what I'm looking at is actually trying to play this both two ways. I'm looking at a little bit more downside, and then I'm trying to get long. So let me go over two trade ideas that I have going into tomorrow. Okay. And then going into next week is Coinbase to 130. Okay, Coinbase to 130, I think, is just such a beautiful spot for this stock to drop down to. Here's the 50-day moving average, this dark blue line you see on my screen. You can see previously a level of support back there at the beginning of December, and then there's resistance right there at the end of November on Coinbase. So you can see this nice little level here that we have on Coinbase, and then once for good measure, there's resistance right there back in May of 2022. Okay, so this level right there is, I would love to see Coinbase give you a little bit more downside into that level and then try to find support at the 50-day moving average. Okay, so what I'm thinking about is let's see if that range, that little channel that I drew, and this is a 15-minute chart. I was just showing you a daily. So let's see if any bounce tomorrow, any bounce attempt tomorrow back into like 144 gets rejected, moves back down towards today's lows, and then breaks today's lows, and then accelerates down towards 130. And if that is what we get, we'll take the short in here, and then I'll start peeling off profits as we drop our way down into 130, most likely getting flat into 130 and probably catch, a 10 to 12 point move to the downside on Coinbase. So that is a setup that I'm watching going into tomorrow. On the flip side of that, I'm looking at Mara. Okay. The $20 level is my focus. You can see here previously a level of resistance back at 20, and then 20 right there, the very beginning trading days of January. You can see support. You dropped into this level again today, and it held. What I'm looking for, and then here, let's go back even further. Look, support, support, support. So see that level used to be support, and then back here, support. So what I'm looking for in Mara here is actually, can we hold this $20 area? Because if let's say you get a move tomorrow where you drop down into 20, but then you close back up here around like 21 and a half, and you put in a tail, right? So like let's say you get something that looks like, oops, no, that's not it. I'm trying to grab that. There we go. Let's say you get a candle that looks like this tomorrow. Okay. If that's the candle that you get tomorrow, then folks, I'm going to get long, and I'm going to look for Mara to recover off that level. All right. So I'm giving you very specific price action. What I'm looking for is if Mara drops into 20 and then recovers and closes back above yesterday's lows, or today's lows rather, and gives you a candle that looks something similar to this. And I'll even make it, I'll change the color for you guys, right? We'll do this. How about this? I love this charting software. Look at this. Boom. Right. So let's say you see a candle that looks like that. In my opinion, folks, that's a buy signal. Okay. So the name I'm going to try to be long would be Mara. If this is what happens, if this candle is what I get, then I'm going to get long. And then Coinbase, if we reject back up against 144, 145, that's the name that I'm going to look to be short. And we're going to look for Coinbase to give you a candle that looks something like that. Okay, so these are the two trade ideas that I've got going into tomorrow and then going into next week. That is how we're going to play crypto. Now, we got to talk about the overall markets today. Big day today, jobless claims and CPI data. Folks, I got to be honest with you. I was wrong about the way the markets would react to a hot CPI number. Hot CPI, well, it happened in the morning. So we were right in the morning. But then the markets recovered in the afternoon, which is not what I was expecting. We got the sell-off early, which is what we were expecting, but I did not anticipate an afternoon recovery. So members in your training group, we had really great days, short in the morning, and then missed out on that rally in the afternoon, just because I was not expecting the markets to recover as much as we did. So I don't know really what to think here, guys. The move today in the market doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And listen, I'm humble enough to tell you guys when I am unsure or have low conviction on what I think is going to happen. I come on these this YouTube channel, on my live streams, on these video recaps, and I tell you exactly what I think is going to happen. I'll put my neck out there, I put my reputation out there, and I have no problem doing that because I'm confident in my analysis. I'm confident what I'm saying and what I think is going to happen. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be right every single time. I don't have a 100% win rate. That's not why you should join True Trading Group. As a matter of fact, the mods and I have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions of just around 80%. Now going on roughly the last 4 years. Remember, there's 9 professional traders with you that are giving you all of their trades and their analysis and answering questions and everything else. But today's a day where, yeah, sure, I was right in the morning, but I was not expecting the markets to bounce back in the manner that they did today. So let's talk about it. CPI was expected to come in at 3.2% on headline. It came in at 3.4. Last month was 3.1. That's a significant jump. The month over month was expected to come in, I believe it was 0.3 or 0.2, came in 0.3. The core CPI number was expected 0.3 month over month, came in 0.3, and then came in 3.9 year over year when the expectation was 3.8. So core higher than expected on the headline, in line with month over month. Core higher than expected on the year over year, in line with expectations on the month over month. Headline inflation, headline CPI, higher than expected on the month, higher than expected on the year. So 3 out of 4 higher, 1 in line with expectations. I would have expected the market to sell off on the back of that print. However, you also got a jobless claims number today that was lighter than expected. So when jobless claims numbers come in lighter than expected, that means the labor market's actually strong, because they're actually jobless claims, people that file for unemployment. So the higher that number, then the worse it is, right? That number came in, under expectations, just around 200,000, which is a low number. So as I'm sitting here and we get that print and I go, okay, 8:30, jobless claims were stronger, inflation was higher. That should mean the Fed is not going to cut rates in March. Why would they? The labor market is still strong and inflation is still high. So why would they cut rates in March? But even with that being said, I told this to you guys yesterday that if that happens, you'll probably see the expectations of a rate cut in March drop. And they did, but they started to recover as the day went on, that part I can't wrap my head around. You went from like a 72% likelihood of a rate cut in March down to like 58% as soon as the numbers came out. But then by the time we got to the afternoon, it was back up to like 65, 66, 67% chance of a rate cut in March. That's the part I don't understand. Why is the market still insisting that we're going to get a rate cut in March? I think the market's wrong on that. If I'm the Fed, the biggest mistake the Fed could make, the worst thing they could possibly do, is cut rates too soon. That is a far greater mistake than cutting rates too late. Cutting rates too late is not the end of the world. Worst case scenario there, the Fed pushes us into a recession and then cuts the rates and you pop out of the recession very quickly. If you cut rates too soon and inflation starts to accelerate again, you are effed. I don't like to curse on here, but you know what I'm saying, because then inflation becomes unanchored. And if inflation becomes unanchored, the only way to stop it is to absolutely crush the economy and have a severe recession, not just a little like mild bloop recession, which is what you would probably have if the Fed was to keep rates higher for too long. You tell me which one of those scenarios, if the Fed's going to make a mistake, which one they would rather prefer. I don't think cutting rates in March is what we're going to see, which leaves the market open to being disappointed in March when the Fed doesn't cut rates if the expectation is 70% likelihood of a cut. I think we're wrong on that. I'd be surprised. I'm telling you now, I'm going to be surprised if the Fed cuts in March. I am. And I'll come back on here. We'll talk about, hey, I was wrong. I thought the Fed was not going to cut. And if they actually do cut in March, we'll go over it. The only way they cut in March is if there is some type of dramatic deterioration of the economy between now and then. And I can't see that happening. Sure, the economy is slowing, right? Sure, the labor market's softening, but it's still intact. That's why I don't think they're going to cut in March. But I am here. I'll show you the 3-minute chart on the SPY today. We got the sell off early, right? This is the price action that we were expecting on the back of the hot print, and little members are going to make some really good money doing this move. But I was not expecting this rally back into the end of the day. Like this is the part that really kind of surprised me. I would have thought that we would have stalled out kind of right up here around VWAP and then closed back down somewhere in this region. But the rally all the way back up here kind of really makes me scratch my head a little bit. As I just don't necessarily know what to make of this price action, guys. That's a huge tail. That's a huge tail. But now you have earnings season that's starting up, right? The banks are coming out with, banks are starting up earnings. So now going into next week is going to be all about earnings. The banks start tomorrow. You're going to get some earnings tomorrow. You're also going to get PPI inflation data tomorrow. Maybe if the PPI number comes in higher than expected as well, maybe then the market starts to pull itself back and we work our way back down into the 460s. But if PPI comes in under expectations, which it has been coming in lighter, PPI has gone down a lot faster than CPI. So CPI is the one that matters really the most. But if PPI comes in lighter than expected, you could see the market just completely shake off today and then start to move to the upside. So I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of it. I'm humble enough to tell you that and just tell you I'm going to kind of wait and see. Tomorrow, my focus will be around these crypto names. You expect a lot of volatility in crypto on the back of the first trading day of the ETFs, but that's going to calm itself down. And I want to be there and I want to take advantage of it while it's here. And I think that I got two really good ideas with Coinbase and with Mara, and those are going to be my focuses coming into the day. I'll check out, see what the banks are doing. Guys, you got to get your butts inside of our platform and inside of our community, because if you're out there trading on your own or you're just sitting in a Discord waiting for other traders to just, tell you what to do, whatever it is, you guys are missing out on just phenomenal trading opportunities that's out there in this market. There's 10,000 members in True Trading Group from 115 different countries. I think we've had 15 triple-digit gains so far in the month of January. We had 75 in the fourth quarter. That's 20 in October, 28 in November, and 27 in December. And now here we are less than halfway through the month, and we're already sitting at 15 in the month of January. So January on pace to break our prior record, which was November. November is our best we've ever had of 28. Fell shy of it by 27 in the month of December. These aren't just me. This is all the moderators. Remember, there's 9 professional traders with you from pre-market to close that give you all their trades, their executions, their entry prices, their stop losses, and everything else. So between all the moderators, that's how many triple-digit gains that we've been able to trade, alert, execute, profit from within the platform that is True Trading Group. And you guys don't need to be sitting in front of your computer screen all day, every day. All you need is a cell phone. And as long as you guys have a cell phone, you can get the real-time push notifications when our mods enter and exit positions. We're not in seconds or minutes where it makes it impossible for you to follow us. Our day trades last hours, our swing trades last days. You guys can easily follow our positions and follow our trades if you would like to. Because like I said, you guys know the exact prices of our entries and of our exits. So do yourself a favor. I'm not going to talk to you about joining a membership or anything like that, because I'd rather you experience the trading and the community and the platform first before you decide to make an investment in yourself and actually join the other 10,000 members that we have in 115 countries. I want you to join our trial. We have a 7-day trial. It's 7 trading days. The weekends and holidays do not count against your 7 days. It's 7 full trading days. So you can join today, not have to worry about the holiday coming up or not have to worry about the weekend. Go to TTGTHREE.com. That's TTG3 spelled out.com. TTGTHREE.com. Enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this, fill out the form. You will then be prompted to pay $3. Listen to me very carefully. We maintain a very high quality chat room during the day. There are thousands of people in there focused on one simple goal, and that is make money. I do not want to jeopardize the integrity and the quality of our chat room by just allowing anybody to come in for a free trial and just start spamming chat and being distracting. We charge $3 just to make sure you are in fact a real person. There is no automatic renewal. There is no automatic upgrade. There is no reoccurring payment. It is a one-time $3 fee. You pay the $3, less than you've spent for a cup of coffee at Starbucks. It'll be the best damn $3 you have ever spent in your life. Imagine paying $3 to be with us for 7 trading days, and then you catch 3 triple-digit gains. Best damn $3 you've ever spent in your entire life. I don't expect you just to believe me because I'm telling you that that's something, because it doesn't even sound real. that's how many triple digit gains that we have alerted on the platform over the last 3.5 months. So don't take my word for it. Seeing is believing. Experience it for yourself. Be in the trades yourself. See the analysis, see the alerts, see the executions. Then call me a liar. Go to ttgthree.com. That's ttg3 spelled out.com. Name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this. Fill out the form, guys. Pay the $3. Be the best damn $3 you've ever spent in your entire life. So tomorrow's going to be a big day. We'll see if now the focus can come off of inflation and we can start focusing on earnings. I do think you're going to see some earnings warnings. You had soft earnings guidance from Nike, right? If you take a look what has happened to Nike stock. Nike, that stock dropped like 15% after they gave you weak guidance. So you had a couple of other companies come out and talk about weaker guidance. So I really am interested to see what happens as we get into this earnings season. But I'm just not quite sold that we're really going to break out to these new all-time highs. I still do think that a pullback is coming here. I'm not ready to just go long to new all-time highs. I still do think this pullback is coming. And I think the market's going to be disappointed if the Fed does not cut rates in March. So we'll have to see. We'll see if I'm right, right? We'll see if I'm right. But tomorrow, my focus starting out is going to be Mara and Coinbase. And then I'm going to see what the earnings are from the banks in the morning. All right. So like I said, folks, get your butts on in our platform. Join our trial. It's only $3. It's a one-time payment. Again, there's no automatic renewal. There's no automatic upgrade to a full membership. It's just $3. That's it. After your trial is over, your trial expires and you're never charged anything ever again. ttgthree.com. That's ttg3.com. Sign up for the trial and I'll see you guys all in chat. All right. And then make sure you download the mobile app. So if you're not in front of your computer, if you're busy and you're working during the day, 82% of our members have full-time jobs. They work over 40 hours a week. The rest of them are full-time traders. Okay. So over 82% of our members download the mobile app. It's available on iPhone and Android. And then you will be able to see the screen share, listen to the audio from the moderators talking to you during the day, and then you'll receive the real-time push notifications when we enter and exit positions. And that way, if you're sitting there at work, you get a notification, you can log into your Thinkorswim, your Webull, your Robinhood, whatever you use, buy some call options, set a stop loss, put your phone down. 2 hours later, you get another notification. We just took profit, log in, take profit, set your stop loss, put your phone down. The next day, you get another notification. We took profit again, log in, take profit, put your phone down, right? You make sure that you guys have everything that you need to give yourself the very best chance of becoming successful. That's what we do at True Trading Group. That's why we have that available for you. All right. So again, join the trial, get your butts in chat, and I'll see you guys in the community. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. All right. If you haven't done so, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care.